But it's just like it's not like we're gonna give them the time of day to talk about it because fuck that noise. It's not something that we want in our society. But we have to acknowledge because there's shit like that that's happening that that shouldn't be happening. Now, the big all signing, they waived Denzel Valentine in correspondence to this move. Looks like guess who might make the roster? Guess who might make the roster?
Should have been Capicola, but Vonleh. I hope it's Vonleh. Better be Vonleh.
I think Vonleh might have. Vonleh.
Then who are you talking about? Are you talking about Jake Layman?
Of course, baby.
This fucker. That's funny. Good for Jake.
I mean, he's still a very long shot from making the roster, but because Blake Griffin comes on, and I definitely said that I believed it was Justin Jackson, Noah Vonleh, and Jake Layman. I think signing Blake Griffin might be sign that Noah Vonleh might not make the roster because Noah Vonleh and Blake Griffin are playing the same position, power forward center, while I think Jake Layman and Justin Jackson might be fighting each other for the job, basically who's shooting more, because Jake Layman gives you, small forward, power forward. Justin Jackson, in theory, shooting guard, small forward, and if he shows some, size, could maybe even play power forward. Layman's stuck at two positions. Justin Jackson has the athleticism, arguably, and a little bit of the size to play three positions. But Blake coming in here, he's gonna come here, and I've said this when I made a video while I was at work, that Blake Griffin will be fantastic if he can look like the Blake Griffin in his first season with the Nets, where he shot almost 50% from the field. I think he was shooting 32% from three. I know that's not great, but like for Blake Griffin, that's what you want. That's close to league average, and that just makes him respectable. That makes him respect. Okay, wait, no, his first season with the Nets, he shot 38%.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Sorry, my apology. He shot 32% with the Pistons that year. But first year, if he can come out here and average, 17, 20 minutes a night, shoot 49% from the field, 38 from three, grab 5 boards, dish out 3 assists, give you, maybe a steal or a block a game while getting, 7 to 10 points a night, that's more than enough. He only needs to play 15, 20 minutes a night, give us a few rebounds, give us a few assists, give us a few, momentum swinging plays, and hit the three-point shot at least at a league average, so you are a respectable threat that teams won't, like if they do leave you open, you're always going to be shooting it, and that teams are going to have to, not leave you open. I think there is good room for him.
Yeah.
So Big J said, "Sup, crude language might happen when she cut him off because she ran when her husband found out." Imagine,
it's a fair point, but it's all speculation.
That's all speculation. But no, I think this is definitely with Blake Griffin. I like it because now we talked about it. Is the front court depth something that made us a bit nervous when we looked at behind Robert Williams and Al Horford? Is Luke Cornett really the guy that you wanted as your third? Like now that I feel, but that's the other thing is Luke Cornett can get cut because they'll save a shit ton of money cutting Luke Cornett if they do before the start of the season, according to Hoops Hype's contract shit. And then you have the idea of that, okay, Noah Vonleh and Blake Griffin could be the two backups for Robert Williams and Al Horford. And if they do cut, Luke Cornett, that means Jake Layman or Justin Jackson could still make the roster, one of the two players. So, it all works out. You got any thoughts before we move on to the next segment?
No, I think Blake's pretty money for